When you remove barriers, you do so for everyone. Creating accessible learning removes the requirement for anyone to have to disclose that they have a difficulty or disability. It also removes the need to redesign material or create alternative resources to suit individual needs. Providing flexibility and options, you should be able to anticipate and address most barriers. To create an inclusive learning experience, you need to consider your audience and the barriers or challenges they may face when engaging with learning. This is even more crucial online, as you've less information and context about your learners. You no longer have the immediate cues as to the difficulties, disabilities or impairments that they may experience that require them to engage with learning in a different way. Neither do you have any knowledge of any temporary or situational impairments that may be equally disabling to their ability to take part in the learning activity, such as juggling caring responsibilities or joining the learning from a noisy environment. Although in general we would seek to avoid labels and generalizations, when it comes to designing and creating accessible content and how people interact with digital platforms, grouping impairment types into categories can be helpful. Commonly used categories are visual barriers, audio barriers, barriers to interaction, comprehension or cognitive barriers. Visual barriers include people with mild visual impairments who may be able to see content at magnification or with specific adjustments to the appearance, through to people who are sight impaired, previously referred to as partially sighted, or severely sight impaired or blind, and will therefore need a non-visual method of accessing content. Visual barriers also cover perceptual issues such as colour blindness. Audio barriers include people who are deaf or hard of hearing, but will also include communication difficulties such as speech impairments. Physical or motor impairment in the online world presents barriers to interaction. This may be a loss or restriction to movement such as limb loss or paralysis, to discomfort and pain such as is experienced with a repetitive strain injury. Barriers to interaction can equally include involuntary movement such as a tremor that can make interaction difficult or impossible. Barriers to comprehension or cognitive barriers cover cognitive impairment associated with brain damage through to age-related difficulties and brain degeneration and the associated difficulties with information retention. This category also includes cognitive difference with conditions such as dyslexia, dyspraxia, autism, as well as mental health difficulties and attentional difficulties. It's important to note that people rarely sit within one category, but often experience multiple impairments from multiple categories.